You've chosen a very steep and technical line, a little more extreme than you first anticipated. To add to that, the snow conditions are variable, making it difficult to hold your line. You're struggling to keep the sled on edge, and you feel as though you're about to lose the snowmobile downhill. What do you do? Hey folks, Brett Rasmussen here. I want to share some points with you on maintaining your edge, specifically in difficult terrain and snow conditions that may help you avoid a disaster. We may find in varying areas of the world deep tree wells, in other areas rivers, creeks, lakes, cliffs, and even open ocean in coastal areas. All situations that would definitely be a day-ender and could put your safety at risk. In every situation, your edge is kept by staying in a counter steer, using the steering to manage and keep the sled at its balance point. Too little counter steer, and the sled will become subject to the force of gravity and the fall line. Too much, and the sled tips into the hill and onto you. So how do you do it? You should be in a wrong foot forward rider position and crowding forward, where you have the most leverage over the weight mass of the sled, the engine. You will know when you're in the correct position on the sled when you're able to see the tip of the downhill ski dangling in the air. Keep your eyes focused on your line or line options and not on the hazard. Extra throttle can be used if the sled starts to tip away from the balance point to help bring the sled into the hillside. But remember to use the brake to control speed. Maintain the counter steer, concentrating on moving slowly and in control. Use the proper rider position to gain extra leverage. Neutral rider position is the least effective when on steep slopes. Hop over to position 2, or even better, position 3, wrong foot forward. With this additional weight leveraged over the outside edge of the running board, you'll have the best chance of maintaining the balance point and staying on edge. On an extremely steep slope, you may sense that the sled wants to tip away, even though you have the sled fully into the hill. In this case, you can move the sled even further into the hill by pivoting the track out of the snow. Whatever it takes, don't give up your edge. If you want control of your sled and all of its capabilities, you must be able to maintain edge control. This edge provides bite in the snow. It's what gives you control of direction and speed. As soon as you lose your edge, you lose control of the sled. Don't give up your edge, especially when there are consequences below. Let's discuss overbalancing your sled, moving it into the mountain and tilting the track out of the snow. What is the worst case scenario? When the sled tips onto its side panel on a steep slope, it may begin to slide downhill, especially if the snow is firm. This is common during springtime riding conditions. This scenario is still better than losing the edge and having the snowmobile barrel roll down the slope. In this situation, with the track and skis continuing to face down slope while sliding, they will be the first to hit any objects below, typically with no damage done. If the snowmobile is in a barrel roll and hits a tree or rock, there's no saying what damage may occur. To break it down, after some practice, you will find that it is always easier to regain control of the sled if it falls into the hill rather than away. Remember, practice gives purpose to your experience. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and tell me about your experiences with this technique. Until next time, ride Rasmussen style.